off at New York Comic Con. This is one of like the biggest conventions.
the biggest.
Yeah, it is.
Really?
It is.
More
is it
people
bigger than San Diego?
More bigger than San Diego this year.
This one has been expanding, like, and
wow.
they've actually. This was a new thing for this year. They moved some of the panels out of the Javits Center. They have Walking Dead is at Madison Square Garden tonight. They used to have that here. Like, it's because they have so many people.
I'm glad they moved to that because
that would be madness.
It gets crazy.
So, like, if you had ever seen it before, they like took up so much space.
Yeah. Well, they're headliners. They're on the IDs, you know.
Yeah,
so
like
they've been on the IDs for like the last 5 years.
Yeah, we've been coming for like five, 6 years, and they've been on the IDs every time.
Wow.
How'd you get involved with Bad Blood?
Just, you know, had the opportunity to, you know, somebody, you know, my folks, my reps said, you know, there's this role, do you want to go in for it? I was like, sure, you know, why not? And I was just saying to somebody else that I was actually on vacation at the time when the role came in, and I was like, okay, I'm on vacation, that's just like really, really important, like I'll get back to it when I'll get to it when I get back. And they're like, okay, but we have this thing, and we kind of need you to, you know, make a tape, or what. I'm like, I was in a hotel, you know, so I literally took out my iPhone and recorded, you know, my lines on my iPhone and just emailed it in. I was like, okay, here you go, send. And I got a call later, and they're like, okay, we loved your read on it. It's great, and we want you to play back. And I was like,
now, have you
done.
Like, do you have any kind of like specific voice that you use for it?
No, you know, I took a pretty natural, kind of organic approach to it. I think Batman is the guy who has the
distinctive,
you know, that whole thing. And I think and the other thing is like Luke Fox is new at it, so for him to have this whole persona already built would kind of, I don't know if it'd be the most natural. I think that eventually as he goes forward, he can maybe like fall into that role a little bit more, maybe put on some more of those kind of vocal layers. But I think I didn't want to step into Batman's lane with that, because we all know that's what he does.
Joining into this incredible DC animated like series, because there have already been a couple movies that have gone over really well. And like seeing a new character like you come in, is it cool, like kind of joining into this?
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, it's you know, I'm a Batman fan from, you know, being a very young person. So being able to see more and more of these characters come to life and expand that universe is really amazing.
Oh yeah. Well, I was just gonna say, Luke Fox is, you know, of course, new to the movies, but he's also a fairly new character in comics as well. What do you hope to contribute to like the development of, you know, both the character and people's awareness of the character?
Yeah, well, I mean, that's a good question. I think David Zavimbe was the first Batwing back in 2011, and he was like the Batman of Africa kind of thing. But then Luke Fox stepped into the role in comics, and I think it was Batwing 19 in 2013. But you know, and so it's so recent. So my sort of what I saw as my opportunity, one of my opportunities in this, was to help bring awareness to this character, let people know, hey, we got this really cool character in this family that we can see. I just learned that Harley Quinn was actually not in the comic books originally, and now she's obviously in Suicide Squad, but the and in the comic books as well. But that character was actually introduced to people in Batman the Animated Series, and it just went so well that they just like, you know, rolled her right in, and she like she fits in seamlessly. So hopefully, you know, that'll be something that can happen to Batman as well, that he'll just kind of fit seamlessly into this new world.
What comics did you read to like basically get you
into the character?
Ready?
I went back and I picked up, you know, the first Batwing, the 2011 version of David Zavimbe. I picked up the first introduction of, you know, Luke Fox in the comic book. So I just, you know, I wanted to see, because the other thing is I didn't, you know, when we do these movies, a lot of time you don't get to see the artwork at a time. So for me, I had to get a sense of what does the art look like, how's this character been drawn, and so going back to the comic books was really helpful to get that inspiration.
And so what do you kind of plan to bring to the role, basically, out of the comics? You know, what are you excited to show us on that?
I'm just excited to show you that he's, you know, he has like a real storyline. I think his storyline with his dad is like really like unique. It's really heartfelt, because a lot of the times, you know, a lot of the storylines can be so fantastic and so, you know, sci-fi and, you know, all that kind of stuff. But for this, you get to see like that real father-son relationship, which is something that a lot of folks can relate to.
So who is Luke Fox to you?
Luke Fox is a guy who really wants to prove himself, both to his dad and to the Batman family, and I think we get to see that in the film. So, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was